Next on Startup, we head to Cedar Rapids, Iowa to talk to Steve and Andrea, a husband and wife team who created EcoLips, a B corporation that creates organic lip balm. Then we head over to Birmingham, Alabama to talk to Selena, who started Sarcor, a civil engineering firm that's helping to redesign local Alabama communities. All of this and more is next on Startup.
It all starts with an idea, and everyone has them. In the world of business, where you choose to take your idea determines where your idea will take you. Baker College is proud to support Startup and those who dare to share their ideas with the world.
The American small business was built on one thing: relationships. And every time a customer walks through the door, a new one begins. Pay Anywhere was built to help entrepreneurs do what they do best. So keep loving what you do. Just get paid for it. Pay Anywhere.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet, find new roads.
American Express is proud to support Startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
My name is Gary Brado, and I'm a documentary filmmaker and an entrepreneur. The economy is in less than perfect shape, and when the jobs go away, there's nothing left to do but get up and get creative. And there are people all over America doing just that. It's estimated that up to 85% of new businesses fail. So I'm going coast to coast to hear the personal stories of the people who beat the odds and started a successful business from the ground up. This is Startup. I'm on 19th Street in Birmingham, Alabama, and we're gonna go talk to Selena, who created Sarcor, a civil engineering firm that's helping to redesign the infrastructure of cities all over Alabama. Let's go hear her story. The average length of study for an engineering degree is 3 to 5 years. Women receive around 20% of all civil engineering degrees, but only encompass around 13% of the total workforce. Selena has always been passionate about rebuilding her community, and after years of education and training, she's realized her dream by opening one of Birmingham's premier civil engineering firms. Tell us who you are and a little bit about your background.
All right. Well, my name is Selena Rogers Dickerson. I've been married about a little over a year now. I'm from Birmingham. I attended St. Mary's Elementary here it's actually in Fairfield. I attended Ramsey High School, which is right below the statue of the guy holding the torch in Birmingham. The Vulcan, yeah. It's a cool place though. Yeah. You get to check it out. And then I went to Tennessee State in Nashville. Okay. I graduated with a degree in civil engineering from there. I also have a master's degree in business administration with an emphasis in project management from Capella University. When I was in school for civil engineering, my focus was primarily on transportation. You need the pipes under the roads. You need your stormwater. You need all those things to help get plumbing to and from the house. You need to have stable roads. You need to have lanes wide enough for cars to drive
Tell
on.
us up in Detroit, you know, we could use a few more stable roads. I've seen my car disappear into a pothole before, you know, I had to crawl back out. So we could use some road help up there. Okay, so civil engineering is all the stuff that a lot of it is what we don't see.
You don't see. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that we just take for granted that people don't even know necessarily.
That's correct.
There's a whole lot going on underneath.
There is a lot going on.
Tell us about your first job out of college.
The first company I worked for was Alabama Department of Transportation. That was, I believe, was a great way to start my career because it helped me take the theory from what I learned in school and actually learn how to apply it in the real world.
What did you do specifically with the Alabama Department of Transportation?
Roadway design. Yeah, so there may be roads going down 280 or some are in various counties throughout the 3rd Division area, what this area covers, that I worked on, just helping to repave the roads. So one of the busiest roads is right over here on University Boulevard. And it was a few years later, and I realized, I said, wait a minute, they were actually doing the project. I said, I did that design. And that was like my first time that I actually had that, that good warm feeling that I had a part of that project.
Let's talk about opening your own firm.
Okay.
How did you go about it? Everything from naming it, to the brand, to the space.
Okay.
So paint that whole picture for us in that first 6 months.
First 6 months, as I was working with the company out of Atlanta, there was a lull that they had me do some marketing and business development for them.
Okay.
And I realized very quickly that I would be able to, I could do this for myself. Well, I knew engineering, but I didn't know the business side of things.
Right.
And there's a significant difference in that. You know, I can be the greatest person, a designer in the world, but if I don't know how to manage my back office, then
Sure.
it's not much of a company.
When did you meet Selena?
Selena was introduced to us by one of the other engineers in our area, Fred Hawkins, and it was about 4 or 5 years ago. She came to us and let us know that she had some skills that she could help us with, and since then she's helped us with a project. Oh, she's a wonderful person. It's been very personable throughout the whole project and outside the project. We've enjoyed a very good relationship with Selena. My coworkers would voice the same sentiment, and we're just lucky to have her in our area.
Civil engineers earned an average annual income of $84,140. How important is learning rejection to an entrepreneur?
I believe learning rejection is probably about 75% of it.
Because you've got to have thick skin, be able to let it bounce off and keep going.
Just got to keep going. You know, you have your dream, and everybody might not see your dream. And that's okay. You have to learn to be okay with that.
Sure. Okay, so the name of your firm is?
Sarcor, LLC. The
And-
Sarcor is
Gotcha.
Selena A. Rogers' company.
Clever. And it has a good ring, Sarcor. If you were to say in one sentence, an elevator pitch, what does Sarcor do?
Sarcor provides sustainable solutions for any discipline you give us a challenge to. You let us know what you need, and we're going to find a solution for you in the most cost-efficient way that's going to keep the people, the profit, and the planet in mind.
From a financial level, what exactly did it take to start this company?
It was about $5,000.
$5,000?
Over the course of maybe about a year and a half. Right out the door, I would say that my initial expense was, I did as much that I can get for free as possible. The barter system was my best friend.
So I would say that essentially the proprietary asset of this whole organization, though, is your education. It's your ability to do this. So you can get 4 walls and a computer and a phone and some cards, but really, you're the asset.
That's correct. Marketing is marketing to a certain extent. How to present your brand. You know, that's why my logo was very important to me, because this is it's not about Selena. It's about building a brand name. You know, when people think of, when they see the Pepsi logo, they know exactly they're going to go on.
Sarcor will be synonymous with quality civil engineering.
Exactly.
What type of work experience have you had with her over the years?
Well, she's doing a few jobs for us now at the city of Birmingham. She's doing a Pearson Avenue streetscape and beautification project, which is a great project, great for the neighborhood. She's doing an ADA disabilities wheelchair ramp project for us, which is about 400 ramps all over the city that she's designing and replacing. She also helped manage our traffic management center for Birmingham. The most important thing for her type of business is you got to come in and do what you say you're going to do. Get it done on time and make us want to hire you again. And that's what she's done. She's really made it easy for us.
In the next 10 years, the Bureau of Labor Statistics expects the number of civil engineers employed in the U.S. to grow at a rate of 19%. So what is it like being a female entrepreneur in a highly male-dominated field?
Well, I guess I can give credit to my 2 brothers. I'm the only girl. So they kind of tortured me as a child.
Toughen you up a little bit?
Toughen me up a little bit.
Any personal hardships or stories that you can talk about in your life that you've had to overcome that you think maybe have made you the person that you are today?
I met someone and they weren't as good as I thought they would be, you know. And it ended up being a pretty tough situation. When I attempted to break up with him, he beat me up pretty bad.
Beat you up physically?
Physically beat me up to where I had a partially detached retina. I was on bed rest for several weeks. It was a serious case of domestic violence to the point where I pressed charges. I highly recommend anybody to press charges. There's no love involved in that. Being able to overcome that situation, I believe, is one of the things that make me resilient today. If I knew by overcoming that, I can overcome anything. That was the lowest I've ever been in my life.
So truly, you took something that was a bad situation, and now you kind of use that as strength.
I do. That's exactly what I do, and I try to use that story about what happened to me to inspire other people. That's part of it being an engineer. Find something that needs to be solved and then present it to the company or the client that I need to present it to.
Right.
Look for their needs, because they may see that there's a problem, but they may not know how to approach it. But if I can find the funding for them, if I can volunteer a lot of the upfront work, a lot of the projects that I get, it may take 2 years or so before we actually begin design, but I might have started on the marketing, early on, just helping them to see that I can help provide a service for them. And I don't start charging them the day I walk in that door. I'm going to be a mother in November. My husband is great. My family is great. My parents are retired, so I don't have to worry about babysitters.
Nice.
My company is awesome. And wanting to have a family kind of pushed me to go after my dream.
Well, I got to say, this is it's been an inspiration to me, and I know it's going to be an inspiration to a lot of people watching this. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
There are a million ways to start a business, but how did Selena do it? Let's find out. She started with $5,000 in the bank and a 650 credit score. She self-financed opening the firm with around $2,400 from her 401k. In her first year, she operated at a loss. She has a master's degree in engineering, and the one word that she uses to explain what it takes to make it in business is persistence. Education is what helped pave the road to Selena's success, and it helps to train in all areas of your field. Although there's no roadmap to entrepreneurial success, looks like Selena is on the right track. Trust your instincts, and that can be the foundation of your success. For more information, log on to our website and click the link for Sarcor.
I had made so many mistakes, coming up as well as after I had money. We see that often with usually athletes that are, 3 years out of the league. I think about 65% of them are bankrupt. And financial intelligence is the fundamentals and the basics to business. And if I had a chance to really talk to myself, I would say go to school, understand finance, understand compounding interest, understand penalties, understand everything from mezzanine financing to how to put your money to work for you. So financial intelligence is by far the most important thing to understand in business.
Next time on Startup, we travel to Minneapolis, Minnesota to meet with Roger, a true bicycle connoisseur and one of the owners of Alley Cats, a shop that sells, repairs, and restores bicycles. Then we swing by Iowa City, Iowa to talk to Julie, a former nursing student who grew up cooking family recipes of traditional Italian food and created Zaza's, an Italian specialty market that makes fresh homemade pasta daily. All of this and more is next on Startup.
Yeah, that's another option for you.
Okay.
See, this might be a little bit more your color.
This one fits perfect. Oh, it feels good too.
Like it was made for you.
I feel very free. So I know we're on opposite sides of the fence, but why do you always gotta balk about what you do, huh?
American Express is proud to support Startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet, find new roads.
The American small business was built on one thing: relationships. And every time a customer walks through the door, a new one begins. Pay Anywhere was built to help entrepreneurs do what they do best. So keep loving what you do. Just get paid for it. Pay Anywhere.
It all starts with an idea, and everyone has them. In the world of business, where you choose to take your idea determines where your idea will take you. Baker College is proud to support startup and those who dare to share their ideas with the world.